What's up, content creators? We are back, and in this video we are going to be reviewing and testing the Synco P1L microphone, which I have set up right here, right behind me. Now, this isn't going to be your typical tech review where we're going to be diving into all the technicalities and the specifics of this microphone because, well, to be honest, who even understands all that stuff anyway? We just need our content to sound good. So I'm gonna be diving into the top 3 reasons why I feel like this microphone will be a great fit for all of you. So let's jump right into it. All right, so here we have the Synco P1L, and straight out the box is very simple. There ain't much to it. All right, so we have our owner's manual here. Make sure to keep that in a safe place. And straight out the box, reason number 1 why I love this microphone is because of its portability. This thing is super tiny, very lightweight. You can carry this thing in any small bag, in your pocket, even if you are going out and about, maybe outside, you're shooting some content outside. You can take this thing and it's very easy to carry. The other reason why I really love it is because of this push action drawer where the microphones live. They are sitting here nice and cozy and they don't get lost. Other microphones, they are separate. You know, you got to buy like another baggie for it or something to keep them in, another case to keep them in. And this one already comes with it, which I love. You don't have to throw them in your bag and then worry about having to dig through your bag to find where these little microphones are at. They're already inside this little drawer, which I absolutely love about it. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and take them out of their little home. And right away, you can already see that this little guy is blinking. Another reason, reason number 2 why I highly recommend this microphone is because of its ease of use. It literally is plug and play action. All you gotta do is plug this little guy into your phone and it's already working straight out of the case. You don't have to do any pairing, any Bluetooth action, any Wi-Fi action, nothing like that. Already straight out the box, you can plug this little guy in, turn them on, and it's ready to go. And that right there is one of the most important reasons why I recommend this microphone, because in my experience of working with clients in the past, I recommend a microphone. Typically, I recommend the Rode microphone, and they're finding that they have to do an adapter and all this stuff, and just those little extra steps already causes confusion and ends up being a nightmare where they can't even figure out how to use their microphone. And again, because of its plug and play action, because literally all you got to do is plug this on or plug this in, turn them on, and you're straight ready to go. Also, I am an iPhone user. They do make the model for Android, so make sure that when you are purchasing this product here that you are purchasing the correct model for your phone, whether it's an iPhone or an Android. All right, so a couple more things that I want to mention about this microphone before we go out and test it is its battery life. Make sure to check in the description below for all the specifics of the battery life, but it does last quite a while. It claims to be able to last up to 5 hours on a single charge. And what we also want to mention here is the charge in the actual unit itself. This actually does carry a charge in it, which will charge your microphones up to 2 more charges. So you won't have to worry too much about charging this thing all the time. It will last you quite a while, obviously depending on how much you actually use it. So if we bring bring this little guy back, underneath this little cover here, we have 2 cables, okay? And these 2 cables here, one of them is the USB-C cable that we are going to need to charge this unit. The other cable here is a adapter, which is really cool. We can do live action listening while we're recording. So if we were wanting to hear the playback live while we're recording, we can plug this little guy in. I'll show you here. I'm gonna bring my phone into the picture here. We would plug this little guy in. This USB-C port would go into this unit here. And then over here, we would plug in our headphones, which we can, again, we can listen to it live, see how it sounds, make sure that we're not getting too much, you know, if we're outside, any wind noise, anything like that, making sure that your audio is clear. So now what we're gonna do is we're going to test this thing to show you how it actually sounds. We are, to just give you a little bit of insight, we are inside of a 12 by 12 room, so not too large. It isn't soundproofed or anything like that, but we do have quite a bit of things on the walls, which will help a little bit, but for the most part, it is not soundproofed. We do get a little bit of echo inside of this room, which again is why a microphone like this comes in handy. All right, very quickly here to show you how to set this thing up. We're going to take off that little that adapter. I'm going to take out my transmitter here. So we have the transmitter and then we have a receiver. So the receiver obviously is the one that goes into the iPhone, and this is the transmitter is the one that goes onto my subject. All right, so you can see here they're already paired. They're already paired. Again, we don't have to do any additional pairing, anything like that. They're already speaking to each other. All we got to do now is turn on my camera and start recording. All right, so we are going to take our microphone here and we are going to place it on our subject. Again, very simple to do. All you got to do is clip it on. The other thing that I want to make note of is how light this microphone is. Other microphones tend to be a little bit more bulky, and then when you want to clip it onto your shirt here, tend to pull down onto the shirt, which does not look aesthetically the best when you're on camera. The other thing here too is that this microphone does have to be plugged in, or sorry, does have to be used just as is. Another thing that I would recommend is to actually put your microphone that way. That way it looks a little bit cleaner and it doesn't, again, it doesn't pull down too much on the shirt. Here at the very top of the microphone is where the voice input is. And so we want to keep that as close as we can to our subject's mouth and beautiful smile here. All right, so in this particular test, we aren't too far away from my subject. We're probably about 5 feet away, but again, you still will notice a major difference in the audio quality. So we're gonna switch over here to my mobile view, and we are going to have my subject say a few words for us.
I sell seashells by the seashore. Again.
Yeah.
I sell seashells by the seashore.
One more time.
I sell seashells by the seashore.
Perfect. All right, so that was a test with the microphone, and now I'm going to test that again without the microphone. So here we go.
I sell seashells by the seashore. I sell seashells by the seashore. I sell seashells by the seashore.
All right, so that was a test inside of a room. Again, not too big of a room, so you were still able to notice a big difference. Like I said, without the microphone, you can hear a lot of the echo, which most people do not want to listen to when they're watching your video. So it's very, very important. The difference that this little thing makes is huge. The one other thing that I want to point out, that when you're using this microphone and you have it clipped inside of your shirt, here at the very tip of this microphone is, again, where the input is. You don't want this to be up against your skin. You make sure that when you have it on your shirt or you have it clipped in somewhere, you don't have this little piece of the microphone covered, otherwise it will sound muffled. So we did a in-house or in-room test on that one. I'm gonna take you guys outside so that we can see how this sounds outside with a little bit more noise. You'll be able to notice a major difference, especially when you're shooting outside. So let's go. All right, and now I'm going to conduct a field test. I'm about 5 feet away from the phone right now with no microphone. I see ducks to my left. I see a big open lake, and I see a beautiful sunset over to my left. I'm gonna step back another 5 feet. I'm about 10 feet away now from the phone, and this is what it sounds like. I'm going to take another 5 feet. I'm about 20 feet or so from the phone, and this is what it sounds like at 20 feet. I see a lake over to my left. I see ducks over to my left, and a beautiful sunset. All right, now this is what it sounds like with the microphone. I have the microphone here clipped onto the top of my sweater right here. I see a beautiful lake over to my left. I see some ducks and a beautiful sunset over to my left. I'm gonna take another 5 steps back, about 5 feet or so, and this is what it sounds like at about 10 to 15 feet-ish. I'm gonna take another steps back. I'm about 20 feet-ish from the phone, and this is what it sounds like. Again, I have the microphone here clipped at the top of my sweater, and this is what it sounds like. I see a beautiful lake over to my left, some ducks, and my daughter was just about to fall into the lake. All right, so we're back. As you can see there, major difference between the two, especially when there's a lot more ambient noise around us. That's when it's gonna make the most difference, and that's when you definitely want to have this microphone. Now, the last piece that we're gonna talk about, which I'm sure you guys are all wondering about, is the price. This thing comes under $100, right? This model here, this is the single microphone. I will mention that they do have the P2L, which comes with 2 transmitters in case you're somebody who or you foresee doing any sort of interview style videos. Then I definitely recommend checking out the P2L, which I think comes around $129. I'll pop it up here on the screen. This one here seems to vary in the price between $60 to $80, which again isn't bad at all. Some other microphones come around $200, some even $300. This one right here is a very budget-friendly microphone, which again, overall, for its portability, for its plug-and-play use, and for the price, this thing right here, you definitely cannot go wrong. All right, my friends, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed the review. I hope that you found it helpful. Again, if you are looking for the specific features of this microphone, make sure to check out the description down below where I listed everything there. Thank you guys again for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.